Hi gems, it's your girl Ambra and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about my most recent beauty favorites. I haven't done a video like this in quite some time, but you guys have been asking me what I've been loving for certain steps in my makeup routine, whether it be foundation, concealer, my go-to eyeshadow palette. So if you guys are interested in what those items are, then keep watching. So let's just jump right into skincare first, since that is really the most important step before applying any makeup products to the skin. Because if your skin is right, then there's less product that you need to use for covering up, you know, imperfections and breakouts and so forth. So what I've been loving this month from two different brands from a skincare perspective to kind of attack those problem areas, those monthly membership appearances that be happening on the skin. And the two items that I've really been loving, one because I have extremely large pores. You guys will comment and be like, Amber, where's your pores? I'm like, they there, girl. They are there, but I have been diligent in fighting the crime against large pores. And one of the products that I've been using and really loving has been this Pore Patrol Deep Detox for Clay. It's a souffle mask from Bliss. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Bliss. You can purchase Bliss from Target. My experience with purchasing from Bliss is actually from Nordstrom Rack, to be quite honest. A spa brand that you could only purchase if you were getting facials and things of that nature, but now they've become a little bit more commercial and you can get your hands on them, and they're more obtainable than having to go to like a spa. So like I mentioned, they do sell this product at Target, but what I really love about it, let me just tell you, it's honestly probably the fact that it's souffle, right? So most of my pore mask dried down to a really hard finish, but then leave my skin feeling really, really dry. And I find that using this one from Bliss, especially being oily combination on the skin, I like applying this just in my T-zone, right? So just in the areas where I find that I have the larger porous areas of my skin. And once you remove the product after it's dried down for about 10 or 15 minutes, it really leaves a layer of moisture, leaving the skin super soft and just not so thirsty, if that makes any sense. So I've really been enjoying this one. A little bit goes a very long way. Because it's souffle, it comes out really rich. And it goes on almost foamy, but not foam. So like a souffle, I mean, almost as if you were like doing like a cake top. You know how that that consistency looks really rich. Very indicative of this mask. And then yeah, you just use it 2 or 3 times a week, and I have found a dramatic difference in my pores when I'm not wearing foundation or concealer or anything that I would typically do to kind of minimize that in my day-to-day life. And then the other what do we call this, like skincare item is from Dermalogica. It's the Breakout Clearing Booster. So let me tell you about her. It says that it's a fast-acting booster formulated what kind of acid? Girl, long word. An acid that helps kills breakout causing bacteria for rapid skin. And there's a patent TT technology. And
2 hours later.
Hyloplankton, what? Anyway, it's an extract that works with the skin's natural why I love this. Sorry, my education has failed me clearly with articulating these words. However, what I really loved about this is that if you guys have been following me for some time, I like to use the eradicate on problem areas that I may get breakouts and pimples and so forth, and I like to drive them down. When I go to bed, I wake up and they tend to work over a couple of days. But this, oh my gosh, I had one of those pimples that we all hate. It's the ones that are under the surface that are the true suckers, because they hurt and they're so tender and they have like a zing and you can't do anything about it because it hasn't surfaced. This right here has been amazing. I really, really love this one. I believe with Dermalogica, you can just purchase online. They sell at Ulta. Yeah, I believe that's it. I don't know if they're in Sephora. Maybe they're on Sephora.com, but I'll make sure to gather all that for you and, you know, list that below as well. So really, that's all I've been loving lately from a skincare perspective. I still use the same cleansers and I use the same moisturizers on a day-to-day basis. So until something there changes, I'll keep you posted. But from a preventative measure, these have been the mask and the clearing spot treatments that I've really been loving. So let's jump into the fun stuff, like makeup. So they recently launched this CoverGirl True Blend Matte Matte, and I've done a full video. I'll make sure to link that in the little iCard above my head. But I love it. I was kind of toggling between D70 and D80, but as I've gotten a little bit more color in the summer, I just feel like D80 is the winner. Plus, personally, I like to go a little bit darker with my foundation because then I can lift it with highlighting and so forth, right? So every day, Monday through Friday, this has been my go-to. I even mix in a little bit of my Vitalist, so I'm still staying in the CoverGirl family just because I like how healthy it makes my skin, because it has benefits inside to like with vitamin E, and that's really great for your skin. So together they've been really dope, but I love it. So if those use me as a reference for their foundation, D80. It's not what I'm wearing today. I just filmed a video of first impressions on new foundation products, but the foundation that I am wearing right here is also drugstore. Then from a highlighting perspective or a concealing, I've really been enjoying my Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. I use the shade Chestnut, and this is what I love about it. I have deep, dark under eye circles. They are not my friend. They don't try to forgive in any way, shape, or form. And I find that I need a concealer that is not only moisturizing, but very rich in means of opaque and color payoff. And I find that the Born This Way does that for me. But what I love most about the Born This Way is that I apply it, I let it dry down a little bit, and then it gives me this really rich under eye coverage that I need. Because I don't put foundation on my under eye. I really put foundation all around my face and leave my dark circles for a concealer that can do it all. And this has been really dope. And obviously you can get Born This Way. So this is Too Faced. You can get this concealer at Sephora or Ulta or on TooFaced.com. So, Chestnut. We have like 1 or 2 palettes from Too Faced. It's just a brand that I didn't find I gravitated towards just because it was a little bubblegum pop. And I'm older, and you know, leave it for the cuties. But they're starting to develop some products that, you know, your girl can, you know, play in a little bit. That includes the Etheral setting powder. This is also the Born This Way collection, and I grabbed the shade Translucent Medium, which is very indicative of my Sacha Buttercup setting powder. I love it under the eye. It's so finely milled, it's soft, it feels light, but yet, what's the word? Like, soft. I don't know, I have to work on that one. But I really do love it. Most importantly, what I love about it, because some of these setting powders get on my nerves. And what I mean getting on my nerves is just messy. It's like it doesn't matter what I do, I always use my cap for my excess, apply. But then when you're ready to put it back, you know, you got powder everywhere. And I get it's the nature of the beast. But I do love that this has a cap over it. Because when traveling comes into play, there has been many a times my Sacha setting powder has ended up all over my clothes. So that I can appreciate. But overall, the formula of that powder is super soft. Finely milled. It feels like it just melts into the skin. So I really love it in conjunction with the concealer, because I feel like things like that work really well together when they're like branded, because they take that in consideration when they're building the product out. So if you haven't got your hands on it, definitely try it out or get a sample. Y'all know how I feel about that. Then from a highlighting perspective, this right here, I was actually introduced to this highlighter. This is NARS Orgasm, the Illuminating Loose Powder. So as we know, Orgasm is a cult favorite with NARS Cosmetics. However, I did not jump on that bandwagon many moons ago. And melty and it's just not the move. So I want to give you guys a little swatch. It's just beautiful because you can apply it like a highlighter, and then you can also blend it in so that it just gives you a nice sheen on the skin. This has been my Monday through Friday, if I want to keep my makeup pretty basic, but I want my cheekbones to pop and really look lifted and effortless. This NARS Orgasm is just beautiful. It has very beautiful tints of peach and pink. It's not chunky. It just melts into the skin. Absolutely been loving this. It's been the highlighter that I've been going and grabbing every day since I picked it up, and that was well over a month ago. So from a blush perspective, you guys, because everybody know I get caught up in using the same blush over and over again. My girlfriend Sophia sent me this one just because it's the deeper skin tone. It's more appropriate for deeper skin tones, and she's fair. So she sent me this gradient blush kit, and you get 4 shades as well as a nice mirror inside. This is Vegas, Chocolate, Dusk, and Blackberry. I use these 2 every single day, okay? I just find them to be really beautiful, just a nice twinge, like, you know, you pinched your cheeks just to wake you up, give you a little flush in the color. And plus I love anything Anastasia Beverly Hills does. I mean, this is so intentional for deeper skin tones. And here's the funny thing, although Dusk would not appeal to me, I'm confident in feeling that I know I would use all 3 and be happy with this purchase if I had bought it. Being as though it was gifted to me, that annoys me a little bit, just because what can you do with this? Like, I get it, it's probably intentional for like a contour for somebody a little bit lighter, but in my opinion, we could have put something maybe a shade lighter than this for deeper skin tone. And when I mean lighter, I mean brighter. And that would have been a really great cohesive looking palette. But 3 out of 4 is not bad. I love it. I love how compact it is. I love that it can be on the go with you. I am not someone who touches up blush throughout the day, but when I'm getting ready in the morning, I love that, yes, I have a mirror right in front of me, but I also love like to see up and close what my cheeks are looking like with applying it. But it's just a really nice formula. Anastasia Beverly Hills, I mean, I believe some other favorites to go. I loved the trio, so it just made sense. I mean, I already knew that I was gonna love this blush palette as well. With your everyday palette that you've been pulling up lately, her Born to Run. I feel like I'm actually shocked in this because Urban Decay was not a brand that I kind of was, you know, every now and again, but she ain't really moved me. But this palette, is it upside down? Yeah. This palette of 21 shades, first and foremost, these shades, I'm sorry, you guys, you know, when you see the reflection, these shades are everyday. These shades are everyday. This beautiful chocolate, everyday. Like, I just love how I can take this and create an everyday look, and I also can step it up a notch and give you a little, you know, happy hour, then I can give you late night club. You know, I just love that it's just well thought out. And this is the one that I've been using every day when I go to work. I mix Still Shot and Rift as my transition shade. I use Baja to deepen that, and then Punk on the outer to kind of create some definition. She out the door. That's every single day. I have used Wonderlust. You guys saw that in a short Instagram video that I did, but I am dying to use Guilt Trip. I am someone who loves a purple lid. So you guys, I think this was $49, between $42 and $49, but for 21 shades from Urban Decay, that's a good price. That's a good price, because I feel like their naked palettes, you only get like 14 shades and it's the same price. From a lip, my everyday lip, you guys, I'm just sharing it because you asked, not because I want to promote KKW. But Nude 3, she is fire, fire, and fire. It's the absolute best formula, you guys. I have not experienced a standard lipstick formula product that I wear, like, because I am just a liquid lipstick or a gloss girl. Like, I just keep it super simple. I grab a tube, I keep her pushing. But this formula is so creamy. It blends absolutely beautiful into my chestnut liner because I'm wearing my chestnut liner. And I just find that it's one of the best nudes for deeper skin tones. I really, really like it. And as far as lip gloss goes, there was a time where I only used the lip gloss. That was a Sephora brand. But my subscribers sent me this lip gloss. This is the NYX Mega Shine Lip Gloss in the shade, please hold, Miami Baby. I'm wearing it today. It's so pretty. I don't need a liner. It's not giving me the nasty yuck yuck in the lips. It smells like bubblegum, which I love a lip gloss that smells good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, with NYX glosses, I mean, she can't be more than $6, I'm sure. And you can get her from Ulta. Nordstrom Rack sells a lot of NYX gloss and products as well. So I would direct you there if you're interested in that one. But that's a Miami Baby. I almost want to touch up. Oh my gosh, I really just knows me so well. Ebony was like, "Let me get you this gloss. I know you're gonna be into them." And if she didn't, love it. So tools. First of all, this was clean until I just got that damn powder on it. This black beauty sponge is not a beauty blender. It is a Shop Miss A beauty sponge. They are $1. When they are wet, they blow up to this size and it feels spectacular. I understand that there are a lot of knockoffs when it comes to beauty sponges, right? There's alternatives rather than saying knockoffs. And I have not been that successful using them all the time. A girlfriend of mine who is an active makeup artist, freelance makeup artist here locally in Washington, she used this on my face for the first time that I've ever had a makeup artist do my makeup. And I damn near stole it from her kid until she told me where to get them. So I buy these in quantities of 10. So yes, that's only $10 I'm spending on 10 sponges. And if you or anything like myself, we're going through sponges like toilet tissue sometimes. I mean, it's recommended that you're supposed to throw away your sponge every 3 months. So think about that, and you're buying beauty blenders at $20 a pop. Like, honey, that's almost $100 a year for a beauty sponge. No, negative. So I'm going to link Shalonda, who's the makeup artist, her affiliate link for these sponges. Try them out. Thank me later. $1 investment didn't sit anyone behind. Guys, I have been loving this Smashbox Blurring Foundation. It's dirty because I just did this look here. But I have to give full credit to Shayla. She introduced me to this brush, as well as many of you out there who watch our YouTube channel. And she really doesn't go too deep into why she loves this brush. I just felt like when she used it, her foundation just applied so flawlessly. So I was like, girl, I need to go get me one. So I went over to Macy's. That's who sells them. I did not find these in store in Sephora or Nordstrom. So I head over to Macy's and they had an entire section of just all Smashbox brushes. I have not applied my makeup with a beauty sponge since the day I bought this. And this was well over 2 months ago, I think. I mean, it's been some time. I just love it. I use it to apply the makeup that I have on today. I feel like it doesn't streak. I feel like that it buffs it out really beautifully. Whenever I need to do any cleanup, if my concealer was just a little too heavy, it blends out really, really nicely. And I think it has a lot to do with it being dense on the bottom and more bristled stippling on the top. But I don't know. This brush was $32. I was not happy about that. But you get what you pay for, and I'm happy with her. And last but not least is my setting spray. But I have been like, are you kidding? If I'm looking to my right and I see about 2, 4, 6, 8 setting sprays, 9 setting sprays to my right. And I mean, I am someone who loves a good setting spray. I got this in a PR package from Too Faced. This is the Hangover 3-in-1 Replenishing Primer in Setting. I'm just sold. I'm sold. I feel like it holds my makeup in place. And I'm an Urban Decay all-nighter. Like through and through, ride or die, replenish every single time it runs out. But being introduced to something new is nice. And this has coconut water, a probiotic-based ingredient, and skin revivers. It smells great, it feels good, it sprays evenly on the skin. She feels a little light, so I'm gonna have to go buy me a new one unless Too Faced want to replenish this. But if you guys are looking for a new finishing spray, the thing is I would have my MAC, but I felt like, and I'm gonna show you real quick. So my Fix Plus, I still have the coconut one, and then I have this like limited edition one, and both of the nozzles, they start out really, really great, and then they start like spitting out like a water gun fight. And no, we can't live that lifestyle. So coming across this Hangover 3-in-1, I really love it because it's more of a pump like this. So the spray is more even. It's just great. So those are the things that I've really been loving lately. If you guys have any questions about anything below, definitely drop that question in that box below and I'll respond because I love engaging with you guys. There's definitely some things that I haven't talked about that I've been loving and you've seen me use, but they're more honorable mentions in my opinion. Stay tuned for this look. I don't know if the video is going to go up before or after this, but I promise you the foundation that I'm testing will shock you, because I'm still looking at the monitor like, dang girl, you did that. But if you like videos like this, make sure you like, subscribe if you haven't. I mean, we need to work through that. We need to come together as one, and you need to know what I'm doing over here. And make sure you share it so that everyone is fully in the loop of what's going on over here in the Ambra life. But into our next video gems. Mwah. Bye.